Most men have no clue how to compliment a woman in a way that truly sparks deep attraction. Too often, they play it too safe, throwing out tired lines like, "You're beautiful," or "You have such nice eyes," thinking those words will make her feel special. On the other hand, some men go to the extreme, offering exaggerated praise that feels fake, over the top, and completely unearned. The issue is this: generic, surface-level compliments simply don't do the trick. If a woman is attractive, she's probably heard those same compliments 100 times before. The typical flattery slides off her like water off a duck's back, leaving no lasting impact. In fact, these kinds of compliments often fail to spark any real emotional response. The truth is, compliments only have power when they stir something in her, when they trigger emotions that are unexpected, raw, and personal. That's where forbidden compliments come into play. These compliments go far beyond the surface, diving deep into her psyche. They don't just focus on her looks or make her feel good for a fleeting moment. No, they make her feel seen, unique, and most importantly, they leave her craving your presence, longing for more of you even after the conversation has ended. These are the types of compliments that don't just fade away, they stick with her, resonating on a much deeper level, often leaving her obsessing over you. In this video, I'll be revealing 3 powerful forbidden compliments. Compliments that, when used in the right way, can trigger an overwhelming wave of emotions that any woman simply cannot ignore. These aren't your average, everyday praises. They're carefully crafted to trigger deep, visceral attraction and a craving that goes beyond surface-level interest. If you want to know how to make a woman feel drawn to you in a way that's intense, raw, and irresistible, then this is for you. Let's dive in and uncover how to use these psychological triggers to create lasting impact. 1. There's something about you that I can't quite figure out. This is not just a compliment, it's a psychological tactic in the game of attraction. It taps into one of the most powerful forces within a woman's mind, the deep-seated need to be understood, the desire for someone to see her for who she truly is. Most men rely on generic compliments that are easy to process. Things like, "You're gorgeous," "You have a beautiful smile," or "You're really fun to be around." These are nice, sure, but they're forgettable. There's nothing in them that leaves a lasting impression. You won't make her feel intrigued, and you certainly won't make her feel special by saying those things. But when you tell a woman, "There's something about you that I can't quite figure out," you're doing something completely different. You're introducing mystery into the equation, and mystery is one of the most magnetic qualities you can offer. It's like a spark that lights up her curiosity and keeps it burning. This line makes her stop and wonder, what is it about me that's pulling him in? It's not just a compliment, it's an invitation to prove herself to you. Here's the brilliance of this line. You're not handing her the answer. You're forcing her to search for it herself. You're not telling her what makes her special. You're creating an emotional investment where she feels the need to show you why she stands out. Attraction, in this case, isn't simply about flattery. If it were, every woman would fall for every guy who called her beautiful, but that's not the case. Instead, women are drawn to men who make them feel something deeper, something real. This compliment works because it does exactly that. It makes her feel unique. It sparks her curiosity, and it gets her emotionally invested. Before we break down further, the course is reopened, but it not be for long, only 50 spots. You think you have time? You don't. Every second you wait is another second someone else is out there getting ahead, taking what could have been yours. The girl you want? Don't even think for a second she'll stick around while you sit there doing nothing. You have a choice, stay stuck or learn the secrets that will change everything. Let's continue. 1. It makes her feel unique. Women don't want to feel like just another pretty face in the crowd. They crave something more than just superficial praise. They want to feel as though they have a quality, something rare that sets them apart. When you tell her you can't figure out what it is about her, she immediately starts thinking, what is it that makes me different from other women? What is it that draws him in? This makes her feel special, even before she knows why. 2. It creates tension. Tension is the emotional fuel that keeps attraction burning hot. This compliment shows interest in a way that keeps her guessing, wondering, and craving more. It doesn't give her the typical nice response she's used to. Instead, it creates a subtle push-pull dynamic where she wants to know more, but she also feels like she needs to earn it. The tension between what you've said and what's left unsaid keeps her engaged and makes her want to figure you out. 3. It engages her emotions. A compliment that merely focuses on her looks or her personality doesn't necessarily create an emotional response, but this one does. When you tell her there's something you can't quite figure out, you're opening up a loop in her mind. She starts analyzing her own behavior, trying to figure out what it is about her that's caught your attention. She starts investing emotionally in the conversation, not because you flattered her, but because you've made her feel something raw and unexpected. Now, the key to making this work lies in how you deliver it. If you just blur it out without any thought or energy, it will fall flat. The trick is to pause and act like you're genuinely thinking about her and then let it slip out naturally, almost as if you're sharing a private thought. The pause is crucial. It creates an air of mystery that makes the compliment even more powerful. Here's how you can do it. You're talking to her, and she says something that catches your attention. Instead of responding right away, you pause, look at her with curiosity, and say, "You know, there's something about you that I can't quite figure out." You're out together, and she does something unexpected or unique. Instead of just reacting as most people would, you lean in slightly, giving her a curious look, and say, "You're not like most people I meet, but I can't quite put my finger on why." Once you say this, watch what happens. Her body language will shift. You'll see a spark of curiosity in her eyes. She will want to know exactly what you mean by that. And here's the secret. Don't explain it right away. Let her wonder. Let her try to figure it out for herself. The more you leave unanswered, the more she will chase that validation. And, in doing so, invest herself more deeply in the interaction. Most compliments are quick and easy. "You have beautiful eyes," or "You look amazing today." After hearing those, a woman will simply say, "Thanks," and the conversation ends. But this compliment, it doesn't close the conversation. It opens a mental loop that she can't immediately resolve. She'll replay your words in her mind, trying to decipher what made her different in your eyes. The moment she starts thinking about you when you're not around, you've crossed the line from attraction into obsession. This is the true power of this compliment. It makes her feel seen, but not fully understood. She knows you're interested, but she's also left with a sense of mystery about you that keeps her emotionally engaged. Because here's the thing, the second she feels like she's figured you out, the game is over. So use this wisely. Once you drop this line, she'll never look at you the same way again. 2. I feel like there's a side of you that most people never get to see. This isn't just a compliment, it's an invitation to unlock the deeper layers of her mind and soul. Most men try to impress women with shallow flattery. Comments like, "You're so beautiful," "You have a great sense of humor," or "I love your vibe." While these might earn a polite smile or a casual acknowledgement, they rarely stir anything meaningful within her. They don't tap into her emotional core. They don't make her feel anything more than surface level validation. But this compliment, it's different. It's carefully crafted to bypass her mental defenses and open up a window into her true self. When you say, "I feel like there's a side of you that most people never get to see," it hits her in a way that leaves her speechless, at least for a moment. This statement makes her pause and reflect. She'll think, what does he see in me that others don't? What does he recognize that no one else seems to notice? And that's where the magic happens. The second she starts wondering about what makes her different in your eyes, you're no longer just another guy. You've elevated yourself to someone who truly understands her, someone who sees beyond the mask she wears for the world. Women are constantly judged on the surface, their appearance, their personality, their public persona. Everything about them is on display, often reduced to a shallow, one-dimensional judgment. But deep down, every woman craves something much deeper. She longs to be understood, not for her outward appearance, but for the parts of herself that she hides beneath the surface. She wants to be seen for the person she truly is, beyond the expectations and assumptions that others place on her. This compliment works so powerfully because it tells her something she doesn't often hear. She's more than what people see. Most people only notice her looks or her surface level traits, but you're recognizing something deeper. You're acknowledging that there's more to her than just the version of herself that everyone else knows. This speaks to her need to feel special, to feel like there's something hidden within her that makes her different. You're not like other guys. While other men may pay lip service to her beauty or her charm, you're not just offering a surface level comment. You're not telling her she's just another pretty face in a crowd. Instead, you're showing her that you're able to see past the exterior, to understand the depths of who she really is. In that moment, you've set yourself apart from the sea of men who only offer generic praise. You're not the same as the rest. She now wants to prove you right. The moment you suggest that she has a hidden side, one that most people never get to see, you plant a seed of curiosity in her mind. It's a seed that will grow and cause her to wonder what exactly it is that makes her different. What qualities do you see in her that others miss? The truth is, she's going to want to show you. She'll feel compelled to prove that you're right, that there is more to her than what others see. This shift in energy will completely alter the dynamic between you. Instead of you trying to impress her, she'll want to impress you. She'll start revealing parts of herself to you that she's never shown anyone else, and you'll get a deeper look into her world. Timing is critical here. This compliment has to feel authentic and not like a random comment thrown into the conversation. If you drop this compliment without context, it won't land the way you want it to. It needs to be said at the right moment, when she's sharing something personal, letting her guard down, or doing something unexpected. This is when the compliment will have the most profound impact on her. Here's how you can say it. She opens up about her past. Maybe she shares a story about something she rarely discusses. You pause for a moment to absorb what she said and then say, "I feel like there's a side of you that most people never get to see." She laughs in a completely unguarded, genuine way. You give her a knowing smirk and say, "I don't think most people get to see this side of you." She does something out of character, something spontaneous or surprising. You catch her in the moment and say, "This is interesting. I bet most people don't realize this about you." The key to making this compliment work lies in the pause. It's the slight moment of hesitation before you speak, when you act like you're taking in what just happened or what she just said. That small pause shows her that you're truly noticing something unique about her, something that most people miss. Why does this compliment work better than a regular one? Because a standard compliment tells her something she already knows. She's beautiful, she's funny, she's charming. She's heard these things 1,000 times, so they don't carry much weight. But when you say, "I feel like there's a side of you that most people never get to see," you're opening a whole new world for her. She'll start to question what you see in her that others don't, and in doing so, she's already investing emotionally in you. This compliment plants a seed in her mind that grows over time. The more she thinks about it, the more she'll begin to wonder what other hidden sides of herself she could reveal to you. She'll start opening up more, sharing things with you that she's never shared with anyone else. This is the beginning of emotional intimacy, and it's what makes her start to crave your attention. The result? She'll become obsessed. Not with you simply because of your looks or charm, but because you see her, the real her, and that's the most powerful connection you can have with a woman. 3. I can't decide if you're trouble or if you're exactly what I need. This isn't just a compliment, it's a psychological maneuver that will leave her captivated. Most guys compliment women in a way that places them in control. They say things like, "You're amazing," "I love your energy," or "You're the most beautiful girl I've ever met." These kinds of comments put her on a pedestal, making her the one who gets to decide if she's interested in you. But this flips everything on its head. By saying you can't decide, you've now shifted the uncertainty onto her. She's the one who's left wondering, what does he see in me? Am I trouble for him, or am I exactly what he's been waiting for? And here's the magic of it. When a woman begins to question whether she's trouble or exactly what you need, she's already hooked. She's no longer just thinking about you in a casual way. You've sparked a deeper interest, one that lingers in her mind long after the conversation ends. This compliment works because it creates two things women can't resist: intrigue, and tension. It makes her feel dangerous and exciting. Every woman secretly loves to feel like she has a certain power over a man, but only if it feels like a challenge. This compliment hints that she's unpredictable, that she's not easy to figure out, and that she has the potential to shake up your world. The very idea that she could be trouble for you, that's like a siren call to her ego. It creates an air of mystery and an exciting challenge that makes her want to prove you wrong or right. Women crave excitement, and you just gave it to her in one simple sentence. It creates a push-pull dynamic. When you say, "I can't decide if you're trouble or exactly what I need," you're sending a mixed message that keeps her on her toes. You're showing interest, but you're not rushing in head first. You're not instantly labeling her as the perfect woman. Instead, you're making it clear that you're still figuring her out, and that creates an emotional distance that intrigues her. In the absence of certainty, she'll naturally start to chase you. She'll want to be the one who wins you over and convinces you that she's exactly what you need. It sparks curiosity. The moment you say this, her mind will start spinning. What does he mean by that? Why can't he decide if I'm trouble or if I'm what he needs? You've planted a seed in her mind that will grow, and she'll find herself thinking about you long after you're gone. And that's when you're starting to truly make an impact. You're no longer just another guy she meets. You're the guy who's got her wondering what makes her so unpredictable in your eyes. You're now the subject of her thoughts, and that's how attraction begins to grow. This line works best when there's already a bit of flirtation and playful tension between the two of you. It's the perfect response to something she says or does that shows a glimpse of her unpredictability. Here's how you can use it. She teases you, saying something playful or challenging. Maybe she drops a sarcastic remark or gives you a little challenge. Instead of just laughing it off, you lean in slightly, give her a playful smirk and say, "I can't tell if you're trouble or exactly what I need." She does something bold or unexpected. Maybe she teases the bartender, makes a daring comment, or does something out of character. You give her a slow, appreciative look and say, "I feel like you're going to be dangerous for me." She surprises you with an unexpected insight. Maybe she shares a personal or deep thought, and instead of just nodding, you tilt your head, look at her with curiosity, and say, "I don't know whether to run from you or spend more time figuring you out." The key to delivering this line is your tone. It has to be said slowly, with a hint of mystery and intrigue in your voice. If you rush it or say it too quickly, it will sound rehearsed, and you'll lose the effect. But if you deliver it with a genuine sense of curiosity and a subtle challenge, it will feel like you're truly captivated by her, which will make her feel unique. And when she feels unique, that's when she's already emotionally invested in you. A typical compliment might make a woman feel good, but this one makes her feel wanted and mysterious at the same time. It flips the script. Instead of her wondering whether or not she should be interested in you, now you are the one who's uncertain. She has to wonder, why does he think I'm trouble? Why can't he decide if I'm good for him? What's he really thinking? And as soon as she starts pondering those questions, she's already shifting into a mode of trying to win your approval, chasing your attention rather than the other way around. That's how you flip the script. That's how you make a woman feel curious, excited, and intrigued all at once. Most guys make the mistake of relying on predictable, generic compliments that women hear every single day. But if you really want to make a woman obsess over you, you need to compliment her in a way that makes her feel something unique, something that stays with her long after the conversation is over. These 3 forbidden compliments do just that. They make her feel seen, but not fully understood. They tap into her desire to be noticed for more than just her looks. And they make her invest emotionally in the conversation, trying to figure out what you really mean. And the best part? They're not just about her appearance. They go beyond the surface. They show her that you're paying attention to the real, complex, and mysterious person beneath the exterior. If you found this insight valuable, make sure to subscribe to The Girl's Mind for more wisdom on mastering your life and attraction. Until next time, stay strong, stay centered, and always remember, the key to attraction isn't in chasing, it's in being. But for those of you who are serious about stepping up and taking control, I've created a one-on-one chat with me. choose your package, and let's solve any problem you're facing, whether it's crushing your goals or handling that conversation with a girl. Link in bio.